I don't know if you've seen this before. What you're looking at here, and I know it just jumped up on you, but that is Thursday night. Kelly Price on the right. She throws a party, an R&B party for the Grammys. Whitney was in the audience. She got up. She sang the song, I Know Jesus Loves Me. You could hear her voice was kind of shot. It was emotional at that point. And now, in looking through the perspective of what happened later on.
But also, you know, before that, she was on a red carpet and she was with her daughter. And I think that's the last pictures that we have of Bobby Christina. To know that she was going to be gone a couple days later, you know, your heart just breaks for that. For that girl.
And Kelly said afterwards that Whitney came up and said to her, "I'll take the mic," because Kelly was like, you know. And she said that Whitney was sober, but then later she did say, well, she'd had some champagne. Kelly also said when she heard that Whitney was dead, she thought it was an internet hox. She did not believe it.
Yeah. You know, in the very, I know we have to move on. In the very beginning, it came on the internet, then it was denied.
Yes.
And then it was unfortunately affirmed. All right, joining us right now is Dr. Jason Coe. Among other things, he's a psychiatrist, but you also deal with these kinds of issues at KLEAN, K-L-E-A-N, which is a rehabilitation facility, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Drug rehab.
Yes. Welcome. We said before, listen, you know, people from every single walk of life have addiction problems, and it is a demon and a devil for everyone. But is there an argument to be made that people who are under the kind of pressure and the kind of need system that a celebrity like that has makes it more difficult?
Well, I think so. I think it's harder when you're a celebrity. I think in some ways you feel like you're invulnerable and that you can cheat this kind of illness, that you can cheat death, but you really can't. It affects wealthy and poor.
It doesn't discriminate.
Not at all. And it's also the kind of disease that's progressive. It runs a malignant course.
So, in other words, if she's taking something you need, it's like chasing the dragon. You need more and more, and then it progressively gets worse, and you're trying to find that high.
That's one characteristic of addiction. Yeah.
You also have, excuse me, you also have somebody like Whitney, and I've thought about this. She wants to be out there. She is a star. She wants people to listen and look at her, and yet inside there's also a kind of fear and a shyness that she'll never live up to it. She's got to stay beautiful. She has to sound good. The next album has to be better than the one before. That is a different situation.
That's true. You know, you know, fame in itself can be addictive, and you know, there's this pressure to be perfect and to always be, you know, on stage performing.
Well, that's the other thing. She was afraid sometimes, or not afraid, but she had major anxiety about going and performing in front of large groups, and so she would take a little Xanax.
Well, because she went on tour, about a year and a half ago, and she was booed, and people walked out of the concert. So she definitely had that fear.
Well, I think people get themselves thinking that they need something when you know, really she's a professional.
Oh, she's incredible,
she's
superstar.
Yeah, she's wonderful. You know, she's so, you know.
In doctor, there's a circular thing where I need it. It helps me get on stage, and eventually it's, if I don't have it, I can't get on stage.
Yeah, but these fears can be worked through. You know, if you make a decision for treatment, then there's hope. You can get help, and you can get through these fears without drugs.
We know that Whitney had been in rehab a couple of times, I think as recently as May.
Really? Yeah.
Doctor, they say oftentimes relapse is just a stop on the road to recovery. Is that too simple?
Well, relapse is part of recovery. Probably 80, maybe 90% of people relapse, but that's, you know, something you can deal with.
And we still don't know the cause of her death right now. We don't know.
Yeah. Right.
But you made a point in general. If somebody gets hooked on a drug, down the road it may not be that drug anymore. It just leads you into almost a syndrome of reliance on things.
That's addiction. That you think you need this drug to feel normal.
All right. Thank you. KLEAN, K-L-E-A-N is the name. Dr. Jason Coe, thank you for coming in this morning.